Hello, I am Michelle Espinosa, and you may know me as Lady Stars and Fire. And today I want to talk about channeling. See, a lot of times when people think of channeling and manifesting and things along this line, they get a little scared. They don't understand all of this so-called new stuff. But see, the thing is, it's not new. It's quite honestly just things we forgot that we already do. See, channeling is, we do it all the time. It's a lot like manifesting. We are what we manifest. If we're negative, then we're going to manifest negative to us. If we're positive and happy and joyful and, just optimistic, then that's what we bring to us. People don't realize how easily we do this, but we do this so easily. The difference between channeling and manifesting is one key element. Actually, two. It is an intense moment of focus. So intense moments and focus. And that's how you start to channel. Okay, let's look at it this way. A TV channel. Well, what is that? A TV channel is something you tune into. So you can watch. You're tuning into it. You're getting in the zone to pay attention to the TV channel. Musicians, athletes, they do this all the time. You hear them say, I'm in the zone. I'm zoning out on this. Well, that's exactly what they're doing. They're channeling their music. They're channeling their sport. Whenever you're zoning out on something, you're channeling, whether you realize it or not. That person who becomes, in that intense moment, becomes extra strong and is able to lift things they normally could not lift. Or that person who all of a sudden got enough courage to run into that burning building to save someone else. They are channeling energy. Maybe they're channeling bravery. But they're channeling something. Typically, that's a little bit more on the divine side of what they're channeling, even though you may not understand that just yet. See, we were given 100% of everything, of all the energies here. We were given 100% of them to do what we wish to do with them, whether they are positive or negative. That, my dear, that is free will. That is giving you the rope to hang yourself with. See, it is so much easier to channel negative than positive and loving. The best way of explaining this. Where do you think hate crimes come from? I know it's sad, but where do you think they come from? It's easier to be angry. It's easier to misunderstand, to point fingers, to just be so overwhelmed in hurt, pain, and anger that we will do things that we would normally never do, or hurt others that we would never wish to typically hurt others. That is, unfortunately, gone from manifesting into channeling negative energies. And that's where your hate crimes come from. It is so much harder to channel love. It's that simple. The reason why is we're constantly trying to understand what love is. We don't We want to get it. I mean, we want to get it. We want to understand what that awe is of love. But it's so much harder when you find it for that moment or two or however long to hold on to it and pull it into you. And this is exactly why hate crimes are more known than things that have been done under the level of pulling into the divine into you and channeling good. Unfortunately, like I said, you were given 100% of everything. You were given the positive and the negatives to go with your emotions and your mind and your body and your spirit. You were given the rope to hang yourself. It is up to you to use your free will accordingly. See, like I said, it's an intense moment when we channel. The difference between what some typical people would say is praying, which would be like manifesting when you're asking the divine, your God, your goddess, for help, versus when you start channeling for them. The difference is, well, now I'm not just asking for help. I'm kind of reaching out and trying to connect with the divine itself. It's a more stronger intent, which makes it more intense. See, when we get into channeling and we start thinking about this, that's when we get into what I really enjoy about just the question of everything in life. That's the science. The science that have yet to be completely understood or proven as fact. Doesn't make it not true. See, when we start to channel and we start to manifest, just in general, what we miss often that we don't see, that's part of the gift I have. I see it, so it's easier maybe for me to explain it to someone, is we have vibrations, frequencies, sound waves. We ourselves are sonic and sonar. See, and that's one of the blessings that's been given to me. When I'm really intensely into something, I can see those sound waves. So when we channel and we're intensely into something, we are literally pulling that to us. You always have to think on a scientific level, even if it hasn't been proven yet. For me, or better yet, mediums, witches, shaman, or shaman, depending on how you choose to pronounce that, they use that for their prayers, but like I said, they're reaching out and pulling that energy to them, requesting it on a stronger level than, please, can you help me? They're trying to connect directly with the divine, whether it's because they're a medium and they're dealing with spirit and or helping someone else, or trying to get rid of and remove spirit, or if they're a shaman or a shaman and they're working on healings, they are going directly, please, divine, help me pull this energy to me. And this is where the science comes in. They're going after that sonar. They're going after that sonic, those sound waves, and they're pulling them into them. Now, I can't tell you how to do that. That is only something that you can figure out on your own. You will never hear me when I explain something try to tell you it has to only be one way. See, because how I connect with something does not mean that that's how you're going to connect. But possibly by hearing my opinion and others, you will figure out what works for you. Like I said, we channel anyway, You're intensely into your song. Singers get in that zone, and nothing is going on but what's on the stage for any of the musicians. When they're athletes and they're zoning out and they're about to do whatever it is they're about to do, they're in a tunnel, and all they see is what's going on in that tunnel, at least until that's done. That is the exact same thing. Whatever is causing you to be that intensely into a situation, you are channeling it. The difference is when you're doing it intensively, when you're trying. See, like I said, we were given 100%. We do what we choose to do with it. That's free will. My thoughts is, well, if I know that I see these sound waves, and I know that I see the sonic, I see it going like this, and I want to pull it in to help me give someone healing, I look at it as I'm reaching up as high as I can in my mind and in my heart and in my soul, and I'm reaching up straight to the divine, and I'm asking, can I borrow some of that? Can you help me out here? Can I borrow some of that? And then just suck it into me. See, my opinion is we all have a divine right to our connection to the divine, depending on how you choose to look at it. We're made in the image of the divine, of God, of our goddess, like I said, depending on how you choose to look at it. We were made in the image of that divine, that God. Do you think for 1 second that that God, that divine, is going to be less than what it is? Do you think for 1 second it's going to bow down to not be itself? No. You were given the image of it in you. You're made in the image of it. You can create anything you want in your life. You can manifest it and you can channel it, depending on you, on what you choose to manifest or channel. But you can channel your connection with your divine. That's part of your divine right. It's a part of the image that was put in you to be able to. So there's nothing to be scared of. Whether it's just because you're zoning out, or you're zoning out and you're a singer, or you're an athlete, or because you're trying to do healing. That's part of what you was given. Just understand that you've been given free will. So you may be channeling positive, and that's the opportunity you've been given to connect with your divine. Or you can fall short. You can shun your mistakes. You can embrace negative, and you can channel anger and cause yourself more problems. That is up to you, and only you can make that choice. Blessed be, my darlings. Have a good day. If you're still interested in me, you can always look me up at www.ladystarsinfire. Blessings, hugs, and kisses in the wind. Bye.